The Gallows is a 2015 horror film that honestly left me more confused than it did creep me out. So, let's jump right into it, shall we? On October 29th, 1993, a high school was performing the play called The Gallows, where we see a young teen named Charlie is playing the lead character of a criminal who gets caught for his crimes and is sentenced to hanging. Sadly for poor Charlie, he was placed on a poorly constructed platform that was built by an unsupervised 15-year-old, breaking under his weight and...
Oh! He needs some milk!
Now jumping to 2013, when the hometown drama teacher comes up with the bright idea to put on the very same play because...
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Casted in the 2013 revamped show as Reese, a football player jock who got the same lead role as Charlie, though he only auditioned for the role in the first place due to having a major crush on Pfeiffer, an outgoing, aspiring theater actress who got the female lead in the show. We also meet Ryan and Cassidy, Reese's friends, who are unsupportive, cocky, popular faces that make fun of Reese for being in the play and the show in general. During rehearsal, Ryan spots a kooky woman in the corner who is just sitting there watching rehearsal and has been there from the very beginning helping out, and instead of calling security on this stranger, Ryan decides that his time is better well spent spilling the beans to Piper that Reese has a huge crush on her. Ooh, causing everyone to flip out. So after fucking around, Ryan finds out that the back door to the theater is open. And he suggests to Reese, hey, why don't they break in and wreck the show so that Reese doesn't have to be freaking unpopular. So what a nerd, he's in a play. Oh, what a fucking nerd. Oh, fuck. So that night, the dream team breaks into the empty auditorium to wreck the set, doing some real hardcore shit, knocking over plants, they're fucking crazy. Jump scare, Pfeiffer, out of nowhere, joins the gang saying that she saw Reese's car in the parking lot and, decided, hey, why not put breaking and entering on the record? Who cares? Hey, YOLO. Fortunately for us, at the 30-minute mark, things finally become scary with the once wrecked set now reconstructing and spookily putting itself back together. So agreeing that that's enough ghost adventures for the night, the group decides to head back to the door to leave, finding it's now locked. Ooh. But the band of bums have more concerning things to worry about. Like the scary old trope that their cell phone is not working.
Ooh, total travesty.
So stumbling around the Universal Horror Maze to find an exit, they all come across this room with ancient technology that's playing a recording of the tragic events that happened in 1993, with the strange woman who was in the corner, showing up and revealing, hey, I was actually the girlfriend and I played the lead, and sadly I watched my lover die and now I'm haunted by the past and I'm crazy. Ah! The video abruptly ends on a photograph of the original past, and that's when Reese decides to go, hey, I'm not crazy, you're crazy, ooh, and runs to a display case in the hallway that has the photograph, and clutching it, he falls to the floor, and he's distraught, and he's crying, and everybody's like, what the f*** going on? And he basically admits to everybody that, my dad actually played the original part in the play, and he decided to go to the club that night instead of performing, and Charlie had to take over the role, and that's why he died, and it's all my fault because it's not your fault. Why would you think? So Cassidy almost dies, and then Ryan says that he's gonna try some parkour, and then he does die, and the Scooby Gang decides that, hey, this is the right time to split up and leave the beaten up lover who's distraught over her boyfriend dying alone in the corner to recreate a movie poster and also die? Okay, alright, so shit hits the fan. There's nowhere else left to hide. Reese realizes the cameraman never dies, and he actually makes it outside just to go, hey, fuck it. So he runs back in to help Pfeiffer, and he decides, hey, why not put on the news and, you know, do the play and distract Charlie, yelling out to him, you know. Thinking that his plan worked and that he distracted Charlie's spirit, you know, reenacting the show, he yells at Pfeiffer to run outside to safety and to save herself, but she's like, hey, screw you, I'm not gonna be upstaged, I want a break too. So she continues on with the play, completely ignoring him, and he's like, hey, stop calling me, you know, the main character's name, I'm just trying to help you, and Reese dies. So, now we jump to two officers who are searching a house, and they stumble upon a room with a bunch of the Gallows memorabilia, where they find the strange, kooky woman and Pfeiffer sitting there watching a videotape of the 1993 accident, and the officer is like, whoa, is that my boy Charlie? And they're like, whoa, did you just say his name? And then they die. Here are my problems with the Gallows. In 1993, Charlie has a girlfriend, this lady, who was the lead female in the play, and it's implied that she got pregnant and had Pfeiffer, who would be 20 years old in 2013. So that leaves me with one question. Is he a friend of Charlie's? Is he actually Pfeiffer's dad who got the job as the drama teacher to put on the play and sneak in Pfeiffer, who is 20 years old, but he lied on the record so that she can be the lead role and they can all, you know, enact this plan, this highly detailed plan that had to work just right for it to actually go off?
No.
The drama teacher isn't anybody. He's just a rando who luckily fought to put on the same play at the same time that this lady and Pfeiffer needed it to go on, even though Pfeiffer is a fucking grown woman. And that's what's just like, they don't try to tie the loose end of like, okay, if it was 19, my problem is that, okay, fine. Why not just change the date? It's not 1993. It's actually fucking 1998 or something. Why don't they just, you know, imply earlier that the teacher had something to do with it? Why do they just, I don't know, show a little backstory with Pfeiffer a little more than just she's, you know, this twist at the end that doesn't really make sense? It's just like, what a bunch of nonsense. Why the hell is Ryan filming? What?
Right? Like, what the fuck?
You know what makes found footage style films unique is why they're filming in the first place. Like, in the Blair Witch Project, it's a group of friends documenting their travels throughout the woods because it involves the main story that they're already researching. In Grave Encounters, it's a group of friends on a ghost reality show that's documenting all the spiritual crap that's going on because they're in it for a paycheck and for fame and to actually document the ghostly shit that goes on. But for Ryan and the Gallows, just recording everything for the hell of it. Why not? Just, hey, who cares? What I'm saying is that in the previous scenarios that I mentioned, it's still ridiculous that the characters would be filming in these crazy scenarios, but there are valid reasons why the characters are filming that can extend our disbelief enough to go, yeah, I can see why they're fucking filming. So the last thing I want to say, it's not really a big thing, but basically it's that Charlie is a big okay? It wasn't Reese's fault at all. Hell, it wasn't even Reese's dad's fault. Like, why not lure in the person that built the set in the first place? I mean, Tiny Tim is the one who constructed it. Why not fucking haunt his ass, you know? I really wanted to like this film. I mean, the concept is really cool. The aesthetic style, found footage way is awesome if they actually did something new with that genre, but they didn't. So sadly, you know, this jumbled up, half-baked story, cliche jump scare film with characters that I couldn't give a crap about due to being one-dimensional, just leaves me with more to be desired. So thank you for tuning in to Welcome to Phaland. I hope you guys liked the video, like and subscribe, and keep being you, and have a good day.